Hello everyone, it's me, Hailey. Welcome back to the 5th episode of Sewing Snacks and Hacks. Today's topic is all about normal zip. I'll be sharing with everyone some important elements to take note of and some useful hacks to sew out a perfect one. There are many different kinds of zips out there in the market, and it is very important to be able to identify what type it is so you will know what to choose for the specific project you are working with. I have a few examples here to show everyone. I have a backpack here with the double zipper pull, a regular pouch, a menswear trousers, and a jacket over here. Okay, at this point, you all may think that they all look very different, but actually they are all categorized under the term normal zip. It may seem confusing now, but there are actually just 3 key points to look out for when buying or choosing normal zips for your project. Alright, the first key point over here is to measure your zipper length. Okay, be careful you don't measure your zipper length from this end to this end. You actually measure between the 2 stoppers. I'm going to show you where to identify the stopper. Okay, there is one over here actually. This is the part that it prevents the zipper pull from going beyond, okay? And the other end, it's over here. So, once again, when you do your measurement for your zipper length, you measure only from this point to this point. That's how you identify your zipper length. Okay, now the second point I would like to cover now is your zipper width. I'm gonna bring out this example over here. Okay, the common mistake is everyone thought that you measure your width from here to here. You actually don't. You measure along the teeth at the edge here to here. Okay, so this is actually what we refer as the zipper width. Okay, I have something below over here, which is my jacket. So this is to show everyone in comparison the bigger version and the smaller regular version like this one. Okay, so generally a bigger zip like this is very good for a heavier duty project, like in this case the jacket or even a duffel bag. But a zipper that is smaller width like this one is decent enough for a small pouch, for example. Now moving on to the third point, zipper teeth. There are only 2 types of zip teeth in the market. One is the metal type, the other one is the plastic type. Each has its own pros and cons. Let me explain the metal zip first. Compared to the plastic material, metal teeth are much more sturdier and durable. Hence, it is very suitable to use for projects that require a lot of tugging or pulling. They are more likely to be used in bags or accessories projects. For garments, you may mainly see them on jeans. The downside of using metal zip is that they are much more rigid, requires more effort to do the zipping motions, and they are less resistant to bending. Hence the reason why it's not very commonly used in garment making. Now, for the plastic zip, they are lightweight, flexible, easier to zip and unzip, and overall more user-friendly and less susceptible to jamming, but they're definitely less sturdy and rigid as compared to the metal zip. Okay, there are 2 techniques on how you can shorten your normal zip. I'm going to demonstrate how to do the hand sewing technique first. What I have now is a regular white zip, but this is what I'm going to show you is applicable for a metal zip as well. Okay, now first step, all you need to do is to unzip slightly first, okay, and then take any measuring tool. What I have over here is a ruler and a marking tool. Okay, this is a fabric marker, and then I am just gonna measure how much I want to reduce. Okay, so you place your ruler from the stopper. That means you measure from the stopper down to whatever specs your project requires you to do to. So let's say if it's 16, then I'm just gonna mark at 16. Okay, then I may zip it up first. Okay, and then just grab your hand sewing needle. Okay, here I have already thread a orange contrasting thread, just so I hope it can show clearer on the video. Okay, double thread, and then tie a knot. Okay, and then all you need to do is to punch the needle from the back at the edge of the zipper teeth. Okay, and then go a few rounds until it's thick enough to act as your new zipper stopper. Okay, so how many loops also depends on how thick is your zipper teeth. So let's say if you are working with a metal zip teeth, then I recommend roughly around 8 to 10 rounds. But if I'm working on a regular normal zip like what I have on hand now, maybe roughly 5 to 6 rounds will do. Okay, so what you want is a lump of thread over there. Okay, and then go to the back and tie a knot. One more time. Okay, cut the thread. Okay, there you go. Then you can test it out. And as you can see, the zipper pull doesn't go beyond the new stopper you have just created. Okay, now the next step is to cut off the tail. Okay, just leave roughly around 1 or 1.5 cm will do, and cut it off with your regular paper scissors. Okay, don't use your fabric scissors as you might damage your fabric scissors. Okay, regular scissors will do. It's sharp enough. There you go. You have customized a new length for yourself. Alright, next I'm going to demonstrate how to shorten your zip using the sewing machine. Okay, previously I've demonstrated how to reduce it from the end of the zip. Okay, now this time around I'm going to demonstrate how to reduce it from the top of the zip instead. Okay, so for demonstration's sake, I am going to reduce at roughly about 3.5 cm from here. Okay, and I've marked the same measurement along the other side as well. Okay, so now these are the two panels that I'm going to sew the zip onto. Alright, I'm going to demonstrate on one side first. Okay, I'm going to attach this new marking as my new stopper to my seam allowance on this fabric. Okay, so let's say if the seam allowance on this panel is at 1 cm. Okay, then all I need to do is to flip down the zip and align the marking that I just did to the allowance over there. And then sew down 0.5 all the way to the end. Okay, I've come back with the two panels sewn down to the zip. So just to highlight again, the 3.5 marking is aligned to the 1 cm allowance on the panel. Okay, at this point, don't be too quick to chop off the tail here. Okay, normally there is always one panel to attach here. So I'm just gonna put the panel there. Okay, place it with pins. Okay, just gonna hold the two ends first. All right, and then make sure these ends here is shut. Okay, make sure they are closed and shut. Okay, hold it with your finger and cover it with the panel and then pin it down in position. And then all you need to do is to sew down a line across the zip here. Okay, I'm gonna sew it first and I'll come back and show you. Okay, I'm back with my 1 cm allowance sewn. Okay, specifically across the zip here. And I'm gonna demonstrate if I flip this over. There you go. Now this top over here is concealed by the top panel. So now you can safely push the pull all the way to the top and you know it wouldn't go beyond anywhere else. Okay, then this is the point. You may comfortably take your fabric scissors, your paper scissors, not your fabric scissors, your paper scissors, and cut it off. Okay? There you go. Ta-da! Now to our last hack of today. I am going to show you how to sew the zip with a zipper footer. Very often my students get a bit confused on how to use the footer or how to sew a nice straight line on the zip. So now I have a few tips to share. I hope it will help everyone. Okay, I'm gonna bring everyone's focus to the footer itself first, okay? Now, these footers usually come with your normal default set with your sewing machine. You normally don't need to purchase them. They usually come in like a metal material like this or in a plastic material, okay? But if you notice, irregardless metal or plastic, there's always this metal bar that goes across like this and a divider in the middle like that, okay? Likewise for the plastic version, there's a metal bar that goes across and a divider in the middle, okay? Now this is actually to allow you to snap either on the left or on the right. I'm gonna demonstrate how, okay? Now, simply lift up your footer first, okay? Now on this adapter, there's always a latch at the back. Simply just press it lightly on the back and release the default footer. Okay, and then this is the adapter I was talking about. Now this adapter can catch on your zipper foot. Okay, I'm gonna take the metal one because hopefully this is more visible to you. All right, so I'm just need to target the metal bar to the claw, and I don't have to press any button. I just need to push down the lever, aim and target, and catch down the bar. Okay, so it snaps either on the right or on the left. Okay, now the confusing part is not so much on how to attach the footer to the adapter. It's more of which side to choose when you're sewing the zip. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate. Alright, so let's say I have a piece of fabric over here and I would like to attach the zip onto this piece of fabric. Okay, I would like to sew a 0.5 line along this edge. Okay, now the zipper teeth is over here. The bulk is on my left. Okay, so hence I want to use this side of the zip, okay, just so it's able to sit nicely along the bulk here and just sew and glide all the way down easily at 0.5. Okay, the mechanics over here is pretty simple. There's actually a groove over here. Can you see there's this L groove? This groove is the one that allows you to sit on top of the bulk. Okay, so in other words, okay, ladies, just look at your zipper foot in half. Okay, so it's either in this half or it's in the other half like that. So you got to choose if you want to use this half or the other half. Okay, so in this case, like I mentioned, I would like the bulk to sit along the groove here. So hence that's why I am gonna catch on the left side of the bar like that. Okay, say if you were to catch on this side, your zipper will be sitting on top of the groove, and this is not ideal because then that's when your footer will slide downwards away, and then hence resulting in an uneven straight line on your zip. Okay, so once again, to summarize, identify where is the groove of your zip. Simply just align the groove to the zipper ditch here will do. Okay, sit the ditch on the bulk. That's all. Okay, so I'm just gonna snap it on the side. Okay, I'm gonna unzip slightly first. Okay, push it halfway, align it nicely, let it sit on the groove. Okay, all right, and then I punch down the needle. Okay, now there is also another trick I would like to share with everyone. If you find that the needle position is not very ideal, which is in this case for me, I think it's a bit too far to the left. So I can adjust this according to the sewing machine setting. You just need to find it on your sewing machine manual how to adjust the needle. Okay, so I'm gonna do it to mine. Just gonna adjust accordingly. until I can find the ideal width. Okay, so I think this is good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and start sewing a straight line. Okay, go forward first, reverse, forward again. Okay, leaning the bulk along the groove. Okay, so keep going. So when you're roughly around halfway there, lift up the footer. Okay, push the zipper pull to the other end so it doesn't disrupt you. There you go. Okay, and then continue. Hold it there with your other hand, stabilize it so it doesn't slide away, and sew all the way down. Okay, so you should have one straight line sewn 0.5 nicely to the other end. Okay, and when you flip it over, the gap is even and nice. Okay everyone, we have come to the end of the episode. I hope everything was helpful. Stay tuned next week for more episodes, and if you're interested to kickstart and apply whatever knowledge you have just learned, we also have this pencil box project kit that I think is very suitable for kids as well. All materials are provided, sewing instruction and video guides as well. So if you're keen, please visit our website for more information.